Hey, Don. Oh, yeah. That's wonderful stuff. Oh. Oh, yeah. Big announcement. Another big announcement. I'm moving. Did you know? Yeah. So, last week I didn't freaking do anything. I didn't stream. I didn't freaking make it short. Sometimes I do. Heather Feather. Love you, Heather. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. But Dave's not here, man. Nah, Dave's here. How you doing, Dave? I hope you're well. Yes, I do. Anybody. Anyway, anybody got any bright ideas about, or better ideas about where I could live besides anything better than a motel? No, a refrigerator box and a dumpster and a bush are not better ideas. Neither is an abandoned, burned out car. I've already done all those. So, does anybody have any better ideas? That would be part of the title of the video, the stream. So, anyone? Bueller? Anyone? I've already done that. That's not better than a motel either, you dork. Jesus Christ. I guess there's no vacancy in your head. Yes, Dave, better. Dork. Yeah, I got poison ivory on my hand, so I covered it. It's not the best idea, but it's the only one I fucking got to keep it from spreading. Have you priced calamine lotion lately? It's $10 for less than a cup. It's like $10 fucking for 5. What was it? 9 something for 5 ounces? I don't remember. Anyway, it's crazy expensive, and fuck it, it's not that bad. So I just covered it with a Band-Aid. That's a huge ass fucking Band-Aid. Damn it. Yeah, it is. It's like that Band-Aid's at least fucking like, I don't know, 5.5 inches. But I got a whole box of them. Well, my supply is dwindling because I keep having to change the fucking thing because water, hygiene. You got 2 people living in your basement. What the hell did you do that for? Are they a couple or are they a couple of derelicts? No, are they like a couple, or are they just like individuals that are like separate? Because a couple, yeah. See, it's a couple. Yeah, I've been finished packing, Mr. Tom. Well, Tom, welcome to the stream. I'm glad to see you, brother, man. I'm glad to see you, brother David. I really am. I'm really glad to see you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. But yes, I'm glad you're finished packing for the day. Hey, Lady C, how you doing? Good to see you. But also, from like what we're doing now, the level of clean out that we have to do, The landlord said drag a broom behind you as you freaking, as you scram out the door. I'm not going to do that. I've done that in many places, and no. I mean, and it's usually because, well, hasty retreat or hasty departure, I should say. Not retreat. Retreat was the wrong word. Hasty departure was the key. So, if anybody needs any bubble wrap, I suggest that you buy it from Amazon if you can afford it. It's expensive. That's one of the rolls right there. And I paid $27 for that fucking roll. I paid like $17 for that roll, and they gave me a hard time. Shitty company. But that is the Duck brand. Like they sell duct tape. They call it duct tape. But that right there is great bubble wrap. It doesn't pop easily. Well, I mean, it's bubble wrap. Whatever. It tapes very nicely. And yeah, it's not the cheapest on the rack, but it's the quickest shipping. I'll tell you that. Like that. This other one here took way too fucking long. Way too long. I tried to cancel and the guy was an asshole about it. But whatever. Fuck him. But yeah. Boxes on Amazon are expensive. And I don't have a car, so I pay the premium. All right. See you in a bit, Tom. Go wash your crack. I'll see you in a bit, bro. Yeah. Cool. Was it intact? Or was it all banged up and shattered? Was it all fucking busted? You can tell me when you get back. It's not really super important right now. Expensive. Expensive, that box. Really, really crazy expensive. Fuck. Eh. Uh-huh. Man, I'll tell you what. I don't want to ship anything ever again. Everything's so stupid expensive now. It's so nuts. Yeah, we packed over 50 boxes. Like this, like behind me. Look behind me at that fucking huge stack over there. That's all our boxes. That's over 50 fucking boxes. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. It's because they're stacked up in a big fucking stack. That's 3 deep. 3 deep. Most of it is 5 long, and in the back, it's 5. Yes, 5 long, 2 away from the wall, and 4 tall. All right, cool. Thank you, Tom. Go take a shower. Enjoy yourself. See you in a minute or in a bit. But it's 5 long, 4 tall, and 2 away from the wall, and that's 40. What a joke! I can't get the squeaky, high pitched stuff or higher pitched because I was on prednisone, so I'm. Everybody asks me where I'm moving to. I don't know, honestly. I really don't. That's why. Hence the title of my stream. Did you miss that? I don't want to move to a fucking. I don't want to move to a motel, but that's where it looks like we're going. So, hey, hey, Elena, how you doing? Well, I don't know. Honestly, Bordeaux Fart. It could be east. I doubt it because east of here is Eastern Connecticut, and it's kind of woodsy. And then next to Connecticut, not that far away, only about maybe 50 miles, 60, is Rhode Island. And Rhode Island is water. Water, um, roads, houses, docks, wharfs, boat slips, boats. Yeah, lots of boats. Um, you can fit Rhode Island and Delaware inside of Connecticut with an extra Delaware. I'm not kidding. You could fit Rhode Island, the state of Rhode Island, and two Delawares. Delaware is another state. You could fit two of those, and you could fit, yeah, Rhode Island and two Delawares in Connecticut. And Connecticut's like the size of a skid mark in your underwear. I mean, it's tiny. It's like a postage stamp on a map. When you look at a map of America, it's like this little itty bitty insignificant crumb. Um, no, a tent is not better than a motel. USA all day. USA all day. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you, brother. Um, Airbnb is more expensive than a motel. I'm saying like a rental house. Somewhere on the 900 or less side of prices. I can pay up to 1100. I'd rather not because that would cut off all other money. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Yes, I'm aware of small apartments. I'm in a small apartment. This is a fucking tiny little apartment. It's not even 550 square feet. I measured it. Built over bought. What's up? I know rent is insane. Um, a pirate's life for me. Yes, I know. I'm gonna tent you, buddy. Portal fart. I'm gonna tent you. That's fine. I appreciate you. I appreciate your bad jokes. It's fine. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna take anything fucking seriously anyway because I'm so fucked. It's life is so stupid now. It's so dumb. Like people are so clueless and full of shit. It's like nothing changes. Everybody's full of shit or clueless. One of the two or both. You know that. I ain't fucking telling you that you don't know. Fuck shit. No, I ain't gonna take it. I'm not gonna take anything seriously. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me. If I have to look, I'm in a condo in Connecticut. I live in a condo in Connecticut. I'm a renter though. Rent here 1,200. All right. Um, yeah, yeah. Iron Fire Horse, how you doing? Awesome. Good to see you. Holy crap, I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm yeah, that's my answer too. There Iron Fire Horse, Irene there, buddy. Buddy pal friend, sister. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm going to be homeless again. That's what it feels like. Okay. And it's protection mode. I know. I was homeless a lot in the 90s and uh, some of the 2000s. Even with Crystal a couple of times, briefly. But no, we didn't really have a steady place to live until we hit this spot. And we've been living in this building. We've lived in two different units, and that's been over about 16 years. Yeah. Hey, Hot Rod J, good to see you. In response to your comment, um, I don't have a license, so getting a camper is kind of kind of useless unless I intend to leave it there. I can't drive it away, and Crystal doesn't have her license either, and it didn't seem pertinent at the time because, well, we we didn't really need a license. There's plenty of transportation and friends and family members and stuff to drive us different places, and so yeah. Well, crap, yeah. How is Crystal? Crystal,
Hi.
how are you? You had to lift up your shirt so your titties didn't fall out.
Yeah.
I don't think you were ever in danger of that, but thank you, Crystal. How are you feeling?
Good.
She's doing great. How bunny?
Yeah.
Mm. Fin painter. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Shit, man. It's awesome to see anybody at this point, and I'm glad it's you guys. Honestly, some of the car community. uh, yeah, it's good to see everybody. Honestly, it really is. Um, I did the much cooler decision for the summer with my hair. Um, it's so much easier to just freaking like hack it all off and then freaking when it starts to freaking get just so I can grab it again, I'm gonna freaking shave it all off again because it's the summer and it starts to act like insulation on the top of my head and I just freaking fry. I mean, I fry when it's like this, but I put a hat on, and if it's one of those net ones, if it's a net hat, the Richardson or the trucker hat they call them, then it's not as bad because the heat just comes right off you. So you know, I've never been to Ohio, not in any meaningful sense. I think the bus drove through there. I don't think we stopped. I don't remember, but I traveled through Ohio to get out to Iowa from Connecticut. So yeah, Iowa's on the itinerary. Well, it's not on the itinerary. It's not a stop, but it is a. So yeah, I don't think we stopped on the way back either. Um, but on the way back from Iowa, we definitely stopped in Chicago, and that was some fucking bullshit. That city's nuts. You know the fucking creeps and fucking weirdos that hang out at the fucking bus station? Just look at them. No, we had a layover, um, and I couldn't even afford a motel or anything. I had no fucking cash in my pocket. I had nothing. And I only had a few snacks in my bag. And man, it was fucking like almost pitch black out because there wasn't even any fucking street lights working in that fucking neighborhood. Talk about fucking creeper. And man, it was there a bunch of fucking just homeless fucking weirdos everywhere, dude. It was fucked. I survived, but it was creepy and inappropriate, and people start pawing at you and shit, trying to rob you, and you're just like, go ahead, take a good fucking grope. I ain't got nothing. What the fuck? You know? How are you gonna rob a fucking poor guy? That's stupid. Anyway. I guess when you're desperate, you fucking try to rob anybody. Anyway. Has to pass through and not stay. That's what I've heard, yeah. Can only imagine it was pretty wild last time I was in last time you were at the bus station was Toronto 7 years ago. Yes, please drop your links. Please drop your links. Everybody, all the time. Drop any links you want at any time. Don't ask. Yeah, I would have rather like bought a house. Any house would have been satisfactory. Just about. No, seriously. Just about any house would have been satisfactory as long as I owned it. I wouldn't have fucking cared. You know, as long as it's able to be habitated, it's not fucking condemned or some shit. I mean, fuck, even this building got condemned at one point. We lived in a different unit. This is the third floor. We used to live on the second floor in a completely different unit and a completely different end of the building. And when we lived there was so much snow and ice built up on the roof that the beams in the roof started to snap. And it woke up one of the neighbors, and he called the fire department and said, "Hey," the second one that he heard, he's like, I think the beams in our attic are snapping. You ought to have the freaking inspector come out here and freaking take a look. So that's exactly what they did. This being a tiny fucking town, there's only 15,000 people here. Okay. Now, no, we're not the lowest population town in Connecticut, but we're one of the lower population towns. Okay. This is a cow town. The only reason there's this many people here is because there's a shitload of condos that they put up in the 70s. Try to bolster the budget, so that the town council could get more money. They all want pools in their backyard, don't they? Oh, did I say that out loud? Oh no. I'm moving out of this fucking place in like less than 2 weeks. What do I get? What do I fucking care? But anyway. That's awesome. You camouflaged yourself. She made a panhandle sign. You wanted to blend in. That's cool. Well, it's better than the alternative. People being like, "Do you have a spare change? Can I get a hit off your bottle? I could use one right now." Yeah. On my fucking shoe. No, you can't have any spare change. No, you can't have a hit off my bottle. And if you don't stop barfing on my shoe, I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah, I am. Ah. Yeah, party and watch corn grow. There you go. Oi. Yeah, I. That's why I'm getting a fucking motel room. Motels are not cheap. They're crazy expensive. Any of them. No, hotels have pools and gyms. Around here, motels do not have pools. No, hotels do. Hotel you, hotel me, hotel everybody. It's good to see you, Little Miss STFU. Yes, it's very nice to see you because you're cute as fuck. Anyway, I can't see you, but it's nice to have you here. Yeah, politicians. Don! Hi, Don. Awesome. Hey, Earl the Dude. I see you. I see you. I didn't skip you. Hello. Yeah, see if I could afford an inn or an Airbnb or a hotel, I'd be there. I'd already fucking be there. Okay. But then again, if I could afford that shit, I could just afford to go and probably buy a small house in Alabama or Mississippi. Maybe even Kansas. But I don't want to be like Dorothy and get a little carried away too soon. No. Oh yeah, Crystal's happy to see you. Huh? I'm happy to see everybody. I'm ecstatic that I actually have people coming to hang out for a little bit. That's awesome. Hell fucking yeah. But yeah, if you didn't see it, if you're new here, right behind me is 50 boxes. Well, more than 50. That was my resin station. My apartment is barren. There's no fucking flags on the walls anymore. No nothing. It's all gone. We are almost completely out of here. So don't get your hopes up about a stream next week either, because I don't think it's going to happen. Didn't happen last week either. That's because I fucking dropped the ball and I kind of fucking spaced out. But anyway, my piss poor excuses aside, I'm here for now. I'll be on here for a little bit, for a while, I should say. Just sell your property and come property and home in California and move to Indiana and live in a. Yeah, it seems like that, doesn't it? It seems like that. Yeah. I mean, believe it or not, there are people that give away mansions every year. The whole thing, the whole motherfucking mansion, all of it. And sometimes you can even have the outbuildings. You get the main mansion, and you get the pool house, the sheds, the garages, sometimes you even get the barn and or the stables and stuff like that. But you have to get them up off the property and moved somewhere else. And that's because they want the building out of there. They want to put something else on the property. So it costs around they'll only entertain, like, the moving companies will come in and move like big massive mansions and shit like that. But they're only entertaining. A lot of those moving places are only willing to entertain moving it like a mile or so max. So you'd have to buy another property in the area, and it costs. Last thing I heard, it costs around $250,000 to move a motherfucking mansion. So I'm saying, for the price of a mid-range house in Connecticut, at least, I mean, 250 grand. That'll buy you. Here's the middle of middle class, just below that, like slightly below middle range would be a $250,000 home in Connecticut. I think the average home costs like $475,000 here. Eh. Um, you know what you say. You see, Irene, it's because you decorate. You fix stuff and you make everything fucking work, and you decorate it nice, and then they're just like, hey, I should be charging you 3 times that much. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going to Airbnb that motherfucker right now. Sound about right? Maybe not quite that gruff, but, not all Canadians are polite. I know that. I fucking know that. Anyway, no, I understand now. Yeah, $6 for gas. I don't know anything about horses, even in Connecticut. Not really. I know a few of the different types. Piebald or piebald are the ones that are like black and white and fucking. It's striking. It's amazing. But I think some of those are called pintos or something. Yeah, we all thought pintos were these shitty little Fords coming out of the 70s. Oh, so they're like New Englanders. Yeah, a lot of people in New England are phony as fuck. A lot of people in certain other places in America. Hey, I'm not going to point fingers, but I'm a New Englander. I live in southern New England, and fucking, let me tell you something. There's a lot of fucking like stupid, fake ass, phony motherfuckers right here in Connecticut. Um, and yeah, I, 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 I don't know what to tell you. I don't want to point fingers at anybody else in the country, any other regions of the country. You know who you are. Whatever. That's me, Mad Kiwi. You know it's me. You've seen me without a beard before. I had to shave everything off. It's a lot easier to maintain it. It's easier to wash it because I could just be like this, one handed, like done. Done. Oh, Kitame, what's up? You know what? Thank you very much. I appreciate you very, very much. That's awesome. Yeah, a bit too far. I agree. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna have to agree with Kita May on that one. You're awesome. You've always been awesome. I remember you. I don't know exactly. I know what stream, but I don't know how you are. There's somebody else. Oh, okay, Kiwi. There you go. Anyway, but it's good to see you. I appreciate seeing you. Marie, what's up, girl? Good to see you. Awesome. And yes, Lil Miss, it's good to see you too. I didn't blow you a kiss earlier. But anyway, there you go. Well, thanks. I appreciate you, Irene. But anyway, yes. Thank you. Tham's World. Yes. Yeah, I'm usually here on Fridays. Sometime after 7. I try to get in here at 7. It doesn't always work. Like last week, I just it blew my it skipped my mind completely, and now I'm here. So sometimes I try to make up for it on a Monday, but this time I didn't. Yes, I think Crystal remembers you too. Anyway, good to see you, Kita. It was good to see you, Marie. Okay, I think you. I'm not going to reveal where you used to live, Marie. Did you move to a place that you like better? I can ask you that. Spread the love. There you go. I love it when girls spread the love. It's so nice to feel love from anybody, but from girls, it's the best, isn't it? Come on now. I've been trying, Mad Kiwi. I've been trying. But they also want you to have, like, even in the smaller towns, a lot of the time they want you to have 3 times the rent for your income. And I, if that was the way I was going to go, then I would have to find a place because our combined income, me and Crystal, is only about 1,900. It's less than 2 grand. So we would have to freaking get a place for under 650. Not kidding you. I mean, if you talk to, I can't work at a farm, dude. I walk with a cane half the time. I can't. I can't work at a fucking farm unless I'm milking the fucking cows. Hey, come on, man, Kiwi. Thank you, Marie. You're freaking awesome. You're such a nice girl. And sometimes it's good to take a YouTube break, depending on what you're doing on YouTube. I mean, if you're a popular content provider, then people would miss you. If you're one of the small fries like me, well, people still miss you, but probably, not like they would miss PewDiePie or some other freaking Jacksepticeye or Markiplier. One of those fucking guys. But yes, I'm probably moving to a motel, Mad Kiwi. Uh, Good to see you, Mike. I saw you up there before. I didn't mean to ignore you. Wicked Insanity, welcome to the stream. I can mow the grass on a riding lawnmower, yeah, but I don't know for how long. I haven't done that in a long time. It's been, I'm going to say 10 years since I have mowed the lawn on a riding lawnmower. So I don't know if I would even be able to do that for very long anymore. Just still wants to milk the bull. I mean, the cows. No, I'll tell you what, though. I've been looking off and on, like Texas, fucking Oklahoma, and there's places that I could afford, but man, it like half of them, at least half, look like somebody took a bat to them. Either that or it's a slab or a little patch of dirt where you can park your RV or your trailer. And then there's also tenement buildings that look like these big huge honeycomb apartment buildings, pretty much like this, and they're like 400, $500 a month. But why would I move halfway across the fucking country just to move back into this fucking piece of shit? You know, what would be the fucking point? Oh yeah, it's cheap, but in the middle of the night, somebody breaks in, fucking kicks my ass, and steals all my shit. We don't have that here. Is it? So maybe cheaper to live, but it's not the ghetto. This is a farming town. This is a farming community. There just happens to be a condoplex in it. Like not even a fucking like a half mile down the road. There's literally a cow field. I'm just saying. When they spread the manure on the freaking cornfield next door, and yes, there's a cornfield next door, you could look at a fucking map and see it. On the back of this property, right across the river, there's a little piss trickle of a river called the Hockenham. Right on the back, right abutted to the back of this fucking property, there's a fucking cornfield. And when they spread the manure to fucking fertilize that, to fertilize, the terps come in, and we're just like, it's strong sometimes, like real bad, like oh, like you want to barf, and you're sitting in your apartment, and all the windows are already closed, but the AC, the air conditioning is like pumping it up into your nostrils, and you're just like, and you turn the AC off. You go around with the house with the Febreze, and you're like, ugh, and you sit there and you're just like, for the rest of the day, sweating your balls off, or if you're a lady, sweating your freaking tatas off because you don't want to freaking smell cow poop. So tomorrow, maybe they've churned up the earth enough to mix it with the dirt, the poop in the dirt, and the. But yeah, and believe it or not, I don't even mind that. It's kind of gross, but I mean, it's like I grew up in New England. What do you want? Sometimes New England smells like cow shit. Lots of dairies. Now I don't know about other places like Vermont. Vermont has a ton of dairies, and Connecticut has a ton of dairies. I don't know about New Hampshire. Vermont has maple syrup and cheese. I think New Hampshire is. I think they're known for vacationing and like skiing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good night, Marie. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's getting fucking sick on the terps. Like, they crash into a fucking ditch or something. It's like, I lost the wheel on my car on the way home. How'd you do that? The pig shit fumes got me. Oh, really? You got dizzy from pig shit fumes and you ran off the road? That sucks. I don't know if it's ever been that bad, but I tell you what, when the farmers have a farm that has a public road that goes through it, when they go from one field to the next to fertilize, they don't turn the fucking shit spreader off to go from one field to the other. They will cover that fucking road with shit. They don't care. And the people will be like, I see the looks on their faces. Like I was like a couple of cars behind, and we drove through it too. And I'm just like, yeah, we already had the windows up because it was powerful. But then we drove through it, and we're just like, yeah, I'm sorry. Uh, you want me to pay for you to go through the car wash? Because they were giving me a ride, and I'm like, I felt bad. They're like, no, it's fine. I'll just drive through some dirt on the way home. Oh, okay. Ugh. You're watching from above. It looks like a fucking video game, GTA or something. You painted a pig farmer's truck. I had no. We had to power wash it 3 times. Oh yeah, yeah, um, yeah. Mhm. Some people would be barfing their brains out, just like no. That's all right. I mean, some people can stand it, some people can't. That's what I mean by it's all right. You know, I mean, uh, yeah, but yeah, yeah. I hear you on the inflation there, Mad Kiwi. Yeah, yeah. We got hit pretty hard with it. I don't know. You know, across the world, out of all the countries, we are not the worst hit with the inflation. But the way people complain about it in this fucking country, you would think that we have it fucking worse than everybody else. We don't. We don't. I'll tell you this. All through COVID, Crystal and I were able to pay our rent every month. Bullshit on fucking whatever. But we were able to pay our rent every month. We were able to pay our bills in full down to a zero balance every month. And we were still able to freaking put food on our plates. We didn't go hungry. I felt bad for a lot of other fucking people, and I even fucking helped others. We don't have much. A lot of the time, it feels like we don't have enough. But I'll tell you what, there are people out there with less than we have. And when I get the opportunity to fucking help, I do. So we all do what we can, you know. But I can definitely say that even with all the inflation and the fucking crazy fucking price hikes and gouging and shit, dude, it's fucking nuts here. But we still, as a country, are not worse off than you know everywhere in the world. No way. No fucking way are we the worst off. No, no. I seen this video. I think it was last year. Um, these guys were in the back of a truck, and they had stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of fucking money, their currency from their country, and fucking they were throwing it out of the back of the truck by the handful. They're like, okay, ready, watch, 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 and they were saying it in their language. They're some Spanish country, I believe. I don't know, but people started running toward the truck, and they were chasing the truck, and they picked up a few of the dollars, and they're just like, and they threw it away, and they just walked back to their house. because it wasn't a denomination of bill that they would bother picking up off the ground if they had known, because they're just like, whatever, you know. Oh, these guys are throwing out, like, yeah, yeah. Hey, cheers, Heather. Here's mud in your eye. Mud in your cup. But anyway, yeah. No, no, we definitely are not the worst off. I mean, at one point during the Dust Bowl and during the Depression and stuff like that, um, yeah, we were pretty bad off in America. But now, no. But the way some people complain, you would think that it was the end of the fucking world. You would think that we're gonna fucking get overrun by fucking commies or terrorists or Russia or the Chinese or something. You know, no, we're really not that bad off. Lots of hypochondriacs out there saying, "All these medical things are the worst, and we all have fucking got a syphil herpes and shit." It's like, give me a break. We're all gonna die of cancer tomorrow. Shut up. Some of us really do have cancer. I don't. Crystal doesn't, but some people do. Chill the fuck out. Just fucking. If we chill out, keep a cooler head about shit. Let's try. And trust me, I'm trying to keep a cool head. It's not easy when people really just kind of keep poking at you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I do the best I can to maintain focus and to maintain, some semblance of civility. Okay? I try. I really do. I fucking try. It's not easy. Not always. I mean, I don't have a touch screen, so. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I never tried that before. I don't think I ever tried that before. But if I. Ooh. Wow. Crystal, did you see that?
What?
Did you see this? Watch this.
Oh.
Didn't know I could do that. I don't know if you guys saw this, but I just went like this on my little. I'm on a laptop, so I just went like this on my pad, and I went, and my face got real big on the screen, and then it went back down when I pinched back in. So the biggest whiners in my experience were the ones who used the lots. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Lots of people, lots of different types of people, lots of different, like lots of different ethnicities of people, lots of money. There you go. Well, here's my experience with people that have more money. Okay. I have very little money. I've never had money in my life. Okay. I've never had more than a couple $1,000s at a time. All right. And usually that gets paid out to bills like rent and bills like right away. And it's gone. Either that or I have a little bit left for food and some cleaning supplies. Maybe 1 month I could fucking afford to get a new Captain Jerk t-shirt. Crystal just got a new shirt today, didn't you, Bunny?
Yeah.
You want to show him? You want to show everybody a new shirt? You can put it on over the shirt you got right now. She's only wearing a tank top.
Hang on.
Okay. I'm not trying to hurry you. Physics. The wife's mad now because I can't charge the. Oh. Well, yeah, that's physics, possibly chemistry. Hmm? Science. Look, I got most of the black crap off of my teeth. I don't know how that's relevant to anything, but maybe now the girlies will want to make out with me. She got a shirt that says, "Oh, me so corny. Oh, so corny." Instead of "Oh, me so horny," it's "Oh, me so corny." Yes. It's silly. But she wanted a shirt and it was super cheap, and I'm like, you got it. So there you go. Ah ha ha, yeah, very funny. Yeah. Well, in my experience, I don't have a lot of money, but people that have like way more money than me, and like many more times my economy than I will probably ever have. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, Mike. Thank you for the clarification. Um, like, put it this way: if I'm going to, if I'm going to freaking compare apples to oranges here, like, I got to say the truth. Okay, people that have more money find more ways to spend money, and oftentimes, a poor ass mofo like me will look at somebody that has like 10 times my economy. Like, I only get like maybe 12 grand a year, maybe. Eh. I have a friend that makes over 120 a year. Okay. So he has more than 10 times my economy. Between me and Crystal, we don't make 25 grand. Okay. We don't. So I'm saying, I know, Mike. That's fucking stupid. But yes, when when I see people with way more money than me and what they're doing with it, I'm thinking to myself, I would never begrudge anybody to spend their money the way they want if they have it. But when somebody that has $120,000 tells me that they don't have spendable money in their account or in their pocket or whatever, I'm I'm thinking to myself that this person is either lying or they're stupid or they're trying to chump me. And it turns out that at the moment, at that moment, they might not have spendable money. But that fucking person is going to have spendable money before I will. They're going to have more spendable money than I will. So while that person might be getting a check every couple of weeks, that person is also getting like $9,000, maybe, no, probably 4 grand, something like that. They're close to 4 grand. Just saying, they're making thousands of dollars every week while I'm making just under 1,000 every month. Remember, 10 times my economy, my finances. So, hey, Uncle Brian's Corner. How you doing, Brian? Yeah, yeah. People are under the impression that they need to keep up with the Joneses or whatever, and I'm freaking sitting here, and I'm eating ramen noodles, and I'm like moving out of my apartment, like into a motel, going, huh? But like I said, I would never begrudge anybody the opportunity to spend their money the way they want. I'm not saying that people with more money than me should spend it differently or within their means, because they won't. And even if I did, it wouldn't be because I thought that they would fucking spend their money on me, because that's dumb. Nobody's gonna no rich people are gonna spend their fucking money on me. No. I'm a fucking I'm simply not that significant. How about that? Anyway, um, but what I'm saying is, as a person that's never had money, me, um, I can see where people that make over 100 grand a year could shave off some dollars. Um, Bottled water, for one thing. Um, hmm. Unnecessary trips in vehicle, strip clubs. Yes, people still do that, by the way. Alcohol, alcoholic beverages. That's one of the first things to go when I was younger. That was pretty much the first thing to go. I still smoked cigarettes and I still smoked weed, but the liquor, pff, get out of here. No, the smoke stays before anything else. That's just personal preference. And then if I couldn't afford weed, then I was in real trouble because I probably couldn't afford cigarettes either. Eventually, I also quit smoking cigarettes, and that was 5 years ago. Well, 6 years ago. In this August, it'll be 6 years. 2018, I made it. I went through a lot of changes. I gained a lot of fucking weight. I got up to like close to 280. Yeah. If you guys didn't know how fat I got, if you didn't notice how fat I got, yeah, I was like 280. I'm 225, 227 right now. So I lost a lot of weight in a short period of time. It didn't take too long. This year alone, I lost close to fucking like 20 pounds at least. So I'm going to say around that. Valerie Reese, what is up, girl? You haven't worked for 4 years, only food assistance and a good friend. You got your SSDI and can't live alone on it. I know. I did that for years, Brian, until I found my crystal here, and I've been with her for close to 20. Still tough, still tough, but we're doing it. We're managing. Except for now, we're moving into a motel. Woohoo! Hooray! I Unless we can find something better to do, like I said, like the title of this video says. Anybody got any better ideas? I It's good to see you, Valerie Reese. Yeah, a lot of people, they smoke and then they quit and then they smoke. Years later they'll pick it back up. I'm done. Yes, we changed our anniversary date again because, as we say, we really don't remember what the hell it was legit, honestly, to begin with. So, um, we changed it again, and we just we attached ourselves to the nearest holiday, and we decided on Crystal.
July 4th.
She's very soft spoken tonight, apparently. The 4th of July. We decided on Independence Day. So that's going to be our anniversary date instead, because it used to be the 20th, and then we were just like, eh. So because that was also like the beginning of summer and stuff like that, but we said, let's do it in July. Ding. So we're doing it in July. Yeah. Well, these are condos here. So, like, our landlord owns most of the units in this complex. Him and his business partner, they own. There's 53 units, and they own like 30 of them. No. But they own more than half of them, like 27 or 28. I don't know if it's quite 30. But yeah. Uncle Big Eye, good to see you. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Uncle Big Eye's great. I hope you're doing well, Uncle Big Eye. Yeah, I know a lot of people that happen to them where they're renting somewhere and the person sells the house. Um, just recently, I know a couple of people. I was I was hoping I could get to stay in their house and before, and they said no, and that's fine. I won't. I'm not mad at them at all. Um, but they've decided to sell the house instead of keeping it. So it would have been nice if they'd have kept it until Christmas or next year. Just let me live in it for 6 months or so. Just let me save up some money, will you? But no, that's fine. Not a problem. Yeah. Oh man. You have a kitty cat for a picture. In Gatlinburg. Is that in Pennsylvania? Possibly. I don't know. I don't know where Gatlinburg is. Tennessee. So no, it's not even Kentucky. That's fine. I was thinking about moving to Tennessee. I hear it's hot there. I like hot. But it's also very remote. So um, I would have to live on like the outskirts of a decent sized town. So I didn't have any neighbors, but I could still get food. I'm just saying, so I could actually still get food. You know, okay, that's fine. Dolly World, Dollywood. I understood what you meant. I actually saw Dolly. I saw the word Dolly World, and I still read it as Dollywood. Go figure that one out. Intuition? I don't know. Maybe I'm intuitive. More ER visit for me Sunday. Thought I was going blind. Med related. Even opened the ophthalmology clinic just for me. It fixed itself apparently. Check me with fancy machine. You're fine now. Well, Mike, it would probably be in your best interest to, you know, either go like this from time to time and dig the crap out of the corner of your eye. Uh, Either that or use some eye drops. Here I am saying that to you, and I don't have any right now. I used to like to use them in the summertime for like allergies and stuff. Ah, oh, great stuff. And it's an item that a lot of people like won't use anymore because there's been a lot of hype about whether or not they're safe and whether or not like they're the actual juice inside of them, the drops themselves are contaminated or just a lot of fucking bullshit that people talk about and they say goofy stuff about them. And so it's like if eye drops weren't safe, then they probably wouldn't freaking sell them on the market because you kind of need your fucking eyes. Just saying. No, I know, Mike. I'm just messing with you. Come on now. Don't take anything I have to say seriously, dude. I'm here to joke around and fucking have fun with you guys. Come on. Flashy things in your eyes. Have you seen the Men in Black? Did they flashy thing you? No, flashy things in your ocular occlusion thing. Well, I can't be sorry about this, Mike. You're old. And you're one of those old guys that's not really, staying together very well. I'm not saying you're completely falling apart, but no, you're not having a great time. So I'm yeah, kinda. Give me a break, kinda. Get out of here, kinda. Look, next year I will officially be a senior, and I can go and fucking apply for AA motherfucking RP, or I should say AAMFRP. Ever? You see, and they'll probably accept me. They probably will. Although I'm not retired. I mean, it's the American Association of Retired Persons, not retarded persons, retired persons. Yes, but you tried a drug called Zyban to quit smoking years ago, and you went blind. What the fuck? I'd rather smoke. Fuck. What would you rather lose? A lung or your eyes? That's a no brainer. Shit. Really? Thank you, Valerie. Wow. That's crazy. Well, yeah, since you were in your 50s. Sometimes they don't even accept you at age 50 necessarily. It depends on the person's situation or whatever. So, yes, Crystal is in need of glasses from time to time. She's 41. She doesn't look 41. Well, not to me, but uh, Val, I'll tell you what. Regardless of how much you smoked a day, um, if you know that it was bad for you, at least you know. Okay, at least you know you were able to break the cycle and be comfortable with it in some way. For me, I tried to quit several times. Spent some time in the penitentiary. You know, I was locked up for about 15 months, and when I was in there, um, well, one time it was like a few months, another time it was a few months, and just all the time I spent in the penitentiary, I didn't smoke. All right, and um, most of 1999, I was locked up, and I didn't smoke that whole time. But when I got out, like they transferred me from the prison to a mental facility because they were going to check me for competency. They found out that I was perfectly competent, but I was uncooperative. In other words, I'm kind of a dick. But anyway, so when I got out, they and I got out right from the nut house. They didn't send me back to the clink. I got out right from the nut house. But that part of the nut house was still considered to be prison. I was still incarcerated. But anyway, that sucks. That sucks. Having a dad die of lung cancer. But that is a big incentive. Yes. Um, but that sucks. So when I got out, I started smoking again. And I smoked for another 18 years. I did. I smoked more after I got out than I had been previously. I started in 1991. I was 16. And I smoked from 91 until 99, early 99, when I went in. Well, that was my longest stint. I spent about I don't know, a few months another time. I added it up one time when I could remember all of it, and it was only like 15 months. So, um, but every time I've been locked up, I didn't smoke cigarettes. Drove me nuts, but I smoked for 8 years before I, you know, went down hard time. And then I smoked for another 18 after. So altogether, it was around 26 years with that one little like 9 month break or whatever. Um, when I was in the nut house part, they actually let us smoke cigarettes in there. So that's really when I started smoking again. I should say that part. But anyway, to be perfectly honest, I shouldn't have been smoking at all because it was eventually killing me. I smoked for another 18 years, and man, my the last few years that I was smoking cigarettes, my health really went down. A lot of people didn't see it. Some people did, um, and most people said nothing. Some people were concerned. They were just like, "You doing okay?" I'm like, "Yeah. Why? Why? Why do you ask?" Sometimes I like kind of raspy, kind of nothing too terrible, but I did start sounding different. And yeah, I quit. I went in to get a tooth out, and they told me if you don't quit smoking for 3 days, you'll get a dry socket. You got to quit smoking for at least 3 days. Don't smoke, or you'll get a dry socket because you can't make any suckling motions with your mouth. And I'm like, I beg your pardon. um, and surprising when you think about what motions you make with your mouth to actually suck. Spitting is a suckling motion. So I didn't smoke for 3 days, and I put my last cigarette in the cigarette station, one of those stupid cigarette stations outside the fucking dentist office, and I haven't smoked a cigarette, like not a full one. I tried to smoke at a party, a couple of times, and I was just like, I used to do this all the time. Oh, and one time I did smoke a whole cigar. That was cool. But no, since that time, nothing. No. It's not like I smoked that cigar and then went, no. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Yep, I used to roll my own cigarettes, no doubt. I did. Yep. I never made it more than a week. Um, I cut down to like a couple of smokes a day for like close to a month one time. And nope, nothing. I had a conversation with my parents, and they fucking said some really fucking ignorant shit to me, and I'm like, oh, and it really stressed me out. And I went and bought another pack of cigarettes, and fucking before 2 hours had gone by, I had smoked more than half the fucking pack, and I'm like, yep, I'm back, baby. Yep, smoked pipe. I smoked pipe for a little while. I couldn't stay with it. I wanted to. But nah. Yeah. You know, some of the people that live the longest actually never think about how long they're living. My grandmother's 92. In about 6 months, she will be 93. And she has some interesting things to say about longevity. Let's just put it that way. She's got some interesting things to say about longevity. But yeah, it's she's an interesting person. Part of the silent generation. Um, and yes, her father was part of the greatest generation. If you know the names of the the generations of the Western world, I guess we're the Western world. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a lot of people that are doing well in their 90s, and then there's some that aren't. There's some people that don't do very well in their 40s. No, I didn't do terrible in my 40s though. At least I quit smoking. At least I got that going on. And I found out I was diabetic, and now I can fucking actually treat it. I feel way better now that I'm actually treating my diabetes. I'm freaking taking insulin. I'm taking metformin, and a lot of people say that, oh, that's terrible for you. You're gonna die. I beg your pardon. That's not a pear poison. What? Get out of here. I've been taking metformin for a couple of months, and I take these big motherfucking. Look at the size of these fucking pills compared to my fucking finger. Watch this shit. Your mom is 85, huh? Crazy. Look how big these fucking pills are. You want me to do what with that? I'm glad it goes in this hole and not the other one. You understand me? But yeah. And I take 2 of these a day. I take 2 of these every day. These suckers. I take one of them with my morning meds. I take a couple other medications to help protect my brain and some of my internal organs. Probably to protect me against this stuff. Honestly, I think that might be what those other ones are for. I don't know, maybe. But I didn't know that. I'm sorry, Irene. Fuck. That's terrible. I don't remember that. Did you ever tell me? I feel like a shithead now. Well, I'm kind of a dick, but not remembering somebody had a kid pass away, that's probably a shithead move, isn't it? Unless I just legitimately fucking forgot or, like, wasn't told. Well, that's fine. Okay. Sorry. And, I know some people keep that kind of stuff to themselves anyway. Um, Mike, I'm taking that big horse pill, that motherfucking Kongan ass fucking cockroach sized pill, uh, twice a day. Like I said, and those are 1,000. Yeah, those are 1,000 milligrams. Hang on, let's make sure I'm not full of shit here. Usual, what's up, buddy? These are 1,000 milligram tablets. $1,000 fucking milligrams. Each one of these. And I take 2. So I take 2,000 milligrams of metformin every day. And yeah, there's a little diarrhea here and there, but just eat some rice. Oh, wait. One of the indications for this is that you shouldn't eat rice. If you eat rice, it'll bind you up a little bit and turn your turds normal again most of the time. You can't eat rice when you fucking take these pills. It'll bloat you out real bad. So, oops. Yeah, bananas, applesauce, yeah, freaking, yeah. Crest Blab, how you doing? But yeah, she got to the bad end of the stick. She's not very resilient. Well, she's older too, so I mean, she's an older person. She's elderly, as are you. Not sorry. Come on. But anyway, yeah, I love rice too. I can't eat it anymore. Not while I'm on the metformin. It just not conducive. It's not. They don't jive. They don't work well together. Let's just putting it super way. Take it from this guy. If you're on metformin and you want to eat rice, just skip it. You're doing yourself a favor, I promise you. Well, that's all I have to say about that. I don't want to upset anybody, but that's all I have to say about that. Yeah. So, yes, we had some breaded tilapia. I didn't even remember that it was in there. I didn't purposely buy breaded tilapia. We wanted fish, and I made a food order from Walmart, Walmart.com. Great delivery service for the most part. They're 90% good. Anyway, so I had ordered some bags of frozen tilapia, and um, that particular time, one of the bags of frozen tilapia was not available. So the person, instead of grabbing the regular tilapia, frozen tilapia fillets, they grabbed some breaded ones instead. They were like $1 more for the whole bag. And to pay $1 more for breading on the fish, I don't really care. I'm not really super, super picky. So that's fine. As a replacement item, I approved it. I was just like, yeah, go ahead. Let's try it out. So we ate it once, and then I shoved the bag in the freezer, and I forgot it was there. And I just found it today. So that's what we ate for dinner. So yeah, it's cool. The forgotten fish. And it's Friday, so I know we're not Catholic, but whatever. Yeah, there was no pan frying instructions, so I cooked it in the oven. It came out better than the first time. The first time we fried it in a pan with some butter, and it came out fine, but she didn't like it as much. We cooked it in an oven this time. That was good. Buzz, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks. Appreciate you. Your dad was a maintenance man for a processing plant, dairy processing plant, bought cheese curd home all the time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, if you got an ample supply of cheese curds, you could have been making poutine. Mhm, mhm, mhm. If you don't know what poutine is, it's French fries with brown gravy and cheese curds on it. Ah, that sounds wonderful right now. I'm actually pretty hungry. I could use a snack. Well, thanks, Buzz. You're not so bad yourself. Now you look like an old biker for some reason. I don't know why. Oh wow, that's cool. I've had cheese curd. Yeah. Thanks, Buzz. Uh, right back at you. No, you're a great dude, man. You're Buzz is good people. Make sure you check out Buzz. He's really good, folks. He is. He's a great dude. He's solid dude. Um, but yeah, I've had cheese curd, not with the milk in the bottom of the bag, but I've had cheese curd from the store. It's just the curds in the bag, chunks of the curd or whatever. Nah, Buzz has always been good people. Oh yeah, of course. Who doesn't want cheese curds? Come on now. Those things are friggin' great. Well, yeah, you probably shouldn't eat dairy products, Mike. If you were screaming later. Anyway. But yeah, man. Uh I've always wanted to go to Canada, and one of the things I want to try is authentic Canadian poutine in Canada, mind you. I've had that myself. I've tried it with with the cheese curds and everything. Oh yeah. Um, but I want to have it, in Canada, Canadian style. Also, I just want to visit Canada too. I want to. I've had like real Canadian maple syrup, little tiny thing of it like that big. It was only like 5 ounces or something like that, from my friend Lyle, lives across the river from Gatineau, but he does not live in Quebec. He lives across the river from Quebec. So, yes, but I appreciate you, Buzz. I really do appreciate you coming in. Before you were sick or old. Yeah, okay. I understand. Uh, um, why don't you just tell me, Bruce? You fucking dork. Anyway, but thank you for coming in, Bruce. I appreciate you very much. I bet they do. I bet they do. I bet they got all kinds of freaking poutine up there. Yeah. I understood you. I mean, I understood. Don't worry. Yes, and hello, Bruce. No, it's fine. I understood you, Irene. Don't worry. Uh, but yes, Bruce, you could just tell me. Uh, I was gonna try some brown rice, but we're moving, so a lot of stuff started to get packed away, including a bunch of food items. Not kidding. We were pretty much only eating the food items that are like the easiest to cook, the fastest to cook, because you know, like I said, I mean that's fine. Don't worry about it. If if my friend shows up with a moving truck and we're gonna split, then I want to make sure that we can split. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to freaking worry about a fridge full of leftovers. You know, freaking leftover rice. Yes, I'm not one of those guys that freaking measures out like, well, if I measure out 2/3 of a cup of rice, that's how much I'm going to eat for this meal. No, I take a coffee cup and scoop, plop, and then cup of water, fill. Another coffee cup full of water, fill. That's how I make rice. And it comes out great every time. 2-to-1 ratio always works for me. What kind is it? What's the name of the medication so I know? I don't want to take that. I don't want to give up cheese or milk. Why didn't they want you to have shrimp? Any particular reason? I know there's probably a list of foods that you're not supposed to eat while you're on chemo or radiation or anything like that. No idea. Okay, that's fair. I was just wondering if you knew. 5-year-old cheddar. Yeah, that sounds nice. Ciprofloxacin, huh? I think they just call that colloquially. They just call that Cipro, don't they? Or is it something else? You didn't feel sick during chemo? Well, good for you. There's a lot of people out there that are probably jealous of that. Envious. Jealousy is different. Cipro, thank you. Yes. Okay, then I've heard of that, but I didn't know if that was the same thing. But and I don't know any of the symptoms or the peculiarities or the the I don't know. Infected ass. Ciprofloxacin. Is that antibiotic? Of some sort? It sounds like it would be like some kind of yeah, it sounds like it might be some kind of amoxicillin derivative or something. Yeah. Broad spectrum. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I hope your ass infection is not life threatening. I hope it's not too serious. I mean, I had a infection earlier this last month that went septic. So 4 days, 4 nights, 20 bags of antibiotics or so, maybe 15, something like that. It was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah. Well, of course you're dragging a calf when your freaking dick dangles on the floor. And he's single, ladies. I got Irene laughing. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Well, that's the point, Mike. You're supposed to come on these freaking chats and freaking, have fun, laugh a bunch and shit. Come on now. You're supposed to laugh. You're supposed to have a good time. That's the point. You didn't miss it. You didn't miss the point, Mike. That's good. So, what do you think? Let's talk about housing again, if nobody minds if I change the freaking subject. Um, I've been thinking about uh, ha 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 ha, Brian. Ha ha ha. Thank you. That's good. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's always a possibility. Even when I was in a hospital, they were just like, "Oh, we're gonna have to excise them." I know what that means. Ah, excise. I know what that means. Yeah, let's hope they don't have to excise. All right, bud. Ay, a minionaire. So he's got a million minions. I know what you meant, Mike. I'm just joking. I was just playing. Oh, Heather, coffee, coffee, coffee. Yeah, I know. I just finished mine and kind of a little hyper. Not shaky though. I'm, I'm not jittery, but nah, I'm in a great mood. Spring green. I don't know what that is. Do I? I know what simple green is. I got it under my sink. Hell, you northern boys got simple green up there? Shit, I thought that was just a southern thing. No, I got it too. Yep, I got simple green. I've even had the the purple stuff from Walmart. Oh, simple Spring Green, Wisconsin. It's a town on the river. Okay. Simple Green is people. It's people. Okay, I got to work on my Charlton Heston impression. Not sorry. Just go with it. No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Um, actually, like not yet. I know that I'm not going to give up on looking for a place, even though I'm going to start scouting out motels. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to do that too. But pardon, I'm not going to stop looking for like a house. Pardon, a house or an apartment that we can go to, that we can like live in. Okay, I'm not going to stop. Um, yes. Soylent Green is people. It's people. Yes, I know. I haven't seen that movie in a long, long time. I should probably watch it again just because, wow. That and the Andromeda Strain and Logan's Run. Yes. That's not a big deal. Living in a motel is not fun. No, it's not, but it's not the end of the world, and it's not the worst place to go. I can guarantee that. This isn't even a bad place. If I could find another apartment for what we pay here, I would have no fucking problem with that. It's not like I'd be chomping at the bit and relishing the opportunity. No, but it would be better than living in a freaking motel. It would. So we pay. Uh, Heather Feather, what's the rent there? What's the rent where you live? I would imagine that they're all the same fucking price because they're probably identical units, just like they are here. All the units here are the same thing. Well, ours is set up standard way, and then the unit across the hall from the units from across the hall from each other are set up in the mirror effect. So that place is a mirror image of this place. So the bedroom is on the other side because that would be a mirror image. See what I'm saying? So they're all the same size, they're all the same shape, they all have the same exact amenities, unless somebody has they're condos, so you can buy them, and individual owners have upgraded them in different ways. But most of them are same thing. So don't worry, Uncle Brian. We'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. It's just that I would like to do something before we leave. I would like to have somewhere to go rather than a motel. Something better. Okay, Heather, do you know? You know what? I'm just gonna like. Are you gonna be awake after I get out of here? Because I'm getting out of here in like at the 2 hour mark, which is in 8 minutes. Okay, so at around 9:25, 9:26, that's when I'm gonna freaking end the stream because that'll be 2 hours and that's my standard. Um, are you gonna be awake in 10 minutes ish? Are you? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I know it's everything included. I'm aware of that. Hey, Buck's Woodshop, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Awesome. Been a little bit, but I appreciate you. Do you have any good ideas of where I could live, Matt? You don't have like an extra house in the back of the property where me and Crystal could live? Well, maybe. Um, wow, in Indiana? Holy sh! Well, that's a big city though. Indianapolis is a big busy place where living space is probably at a premium. So yeah, you're probably going to pay the premium for choice housing. Um, I was looking in Texas, and I was finding prices that were like 400 or 500 a month, but they're really rough. I was also looking at Oklahoma earlier this year as well. Um, Similar prices, a little more. I'm not even going to lie, a little more. But the neighborhoods didn't look great. You know, like one was like almost right directly under a water tower. Even though the houses looked okay, yeah, there was some like burned out cars here and there, and the place that was for rent was right under a water tower, like right next door to it. And I'm like, oh well, if it fell over, there's less of a chance of the water tank hitting our place, and it would just be that big, huge, freaking heavy ass pipe. Yeah, I know, Irene. I know. Canada's kooky, bonza loco, expensive. I know. I know. I know a lot of people in Canada, and they all fucking tell me, "Oh, you think shit's expensive in America, do you?" Well, what are you paying for gas? $4 a gallon? We're paying $4 a liter. Yeah. And I'm like, oh no. Not quite. No, I know up there you pay by the liter, and it's nuts. I know. And your hydro bill is your electric bill. And I know hydro's pretty pretty balls ass crazy sometimes. Yeah, I understand. Um, yeah, yeah, Brian. Yeah. Hoodie, hoodie. Yeah, a lot of the places that I've looked at are that are cheaper are hoodie. Yeah, you're right. Mm. Very like. Mm. Still USA all day. Still, like really? Huh? Crazy. Because I know the U.S. dollar had slipped. I didn't know the Canadian dollar had slipped. You'll be living in a van down by the river. I've lived in a van by the river, and that sucked. We actually won't get into how many times I've lived in a van down by the river. That was only once. But once is enough, don't you think? Wouldn't you think that living in a van down by the river would be, like one time doing that would be enough of an incentive to not do it again? I'm just saying, is all. Yeah. It's more expensive here, but the gas is only. No, okay. It's way more expensive in Britain and Europe, probably. Lady friend rents a 3 bedroom house for, oh, yeah, 2,400. Oh, my goodness. No, the house rent prices here are in Connecticut. I'm only speaking about Connecticut now. The house rent prices here are similar. Minimum, the general standard is like 2 grand, even for a shit house. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it just looks like a bunch of hoodlums took a bat to the fucking house. 2 grand still. Not all of the houses look like. Not all of the houses for 2 grand look like somebody took a bat to them, but usually the minimum house price for rent, like for a rental house, is 2 grand, and then they go up from there. And there are some houses that are rent for, anywhere from 15,000 to 35,000. Mm. Have mercy. Yeah, 1 bedroom here is like, some of them are 15. Yeah, 1,500. Yeah. Mhm. Hey, Frogger's Garage. How you doing? Yeah. 8 to 12. Yep. 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 Um, 4.95 a gallon for petrol. 3.60 a gallon, which is average here. Not more expensive in Canada. Y'all forgot the difference from U.S. to Canadian by BS measurements. Yeah. Well, you see, our money is in, standard measurements, and their money is in metric. Kidding. 349. Yeah, it's about the same here. Yeah. 360, 370, some shit. 370. I think premium is. I think, yeah. I think the good stuff. The premium gas. I think that's 379 or some shit. I don't remember exactly. I was standing in front of a gas station several days ago, and I don't remember the prices because I don't have a car. I've never even had a license. I did drive. I have had cars, and I have driven cars many times. I've had many cars, and I just drove without a license. But I haven't had a car in 15 years. One of my own. I haven't driven a car um, about 8 or 9 years ago. A friend of mine, he wanted me to drive his, like, he had left his car at the Knights of Columbus, the KFC, and he got real trashed. And it was a better bet that he didn't drive home. So he had me drive his little Toyota Camry, and he drove his Jeep. So yeah, but his Jeep was a 2014. There's a 2014 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk Edition. Now I remember. I couldn't force it out of my brain. Anyway. Yes, you can rent a closet for like $500 or $600. Yeah. I know. I had a friend that was renting out his closet for $50 a week, and the guy that was renting it, he rented it for like a year. He lived in my friend's closet. He's just like, yeah, I had a guy rent my closet for $50 a week for like a year. Yeah, he loved it. Half the time, I forgot he was even in there. I'd bring home chicks and fuck them, and I'd just do my regular thing, and he never complained. He just lived in my closet. I'm like, that's a walk-in closet. He's like, yeah, but it's tiny. But he lived in there for like a fucking year. Didn't even smell bad when he moved out. Never gave me a problem. What was he, just saving up money? He's like, yep. He was quiet. He was respectful. He never gave me a fucking problem. $50 a week. Granted, this is like 30 years ago, like 93, 94. So yeah, things were way different back then. And you could very much get away with a lot more back then. So you could. Anyway, so 15 to 2000 to get you a 3 or 4 bedroom. I was talking 87 on 91. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some places, yeah. The cheap gas is still. I know. I'd rather not be a passenger, but I've been a passenger most of my life, and especially now, I can't move my head. Like, you notice my shoulders move with my head. My head doesn't move by itself. They're not going to give me a license if I can't move my head. And I've never even had one before I couldn't move my head. Even when I could headbang, be like, "Grr." When I had long hair and I was a freaking headbanger. Well, I can't bang my head anymore. I still listen to metal music, of course, but the DMV is never going to give me a license if I can't move my head. It's not going to happen. But yeah, do lawn care for a living. Oh, cool. Did a big cleanup this week and made $1,950. It took me 20 hours by myself. Oh wow, that's a couple of days. Unless you start at the ass crack of dawn and you work to the ass crack of dawn again. Crazy. But anyway, Yeah, you have to be able to look around. I can't even freaking turn at the waist very well. Like a little. I used to be able to freaking do that thing where, cowboys twist at the waist when they freaking, uh, some cowboys kind of like spin around. And then there's some cowboys that draw their gun and their whole top of their body twists around and they're just able to shoot like that. I used to be able to do that when I was younger with a cap gun or like a pellet gun or something, but I've never actually fired a weapon. But yeah, he had a buddy who lived in a milk van. Yeah, milk van. Hey, remember, Drive Shaft Drew told us on live stream panel, he lived in a shed for a couple years when he was like 15. And that's in Manitoba. It gets pretty cold in Manitoba, like Winnipeg. And he lived in a fucking shed for 2 years. Crazy. Crazy fucker. But if you know Drive Shaft Drew, he's a tough, like, leathery motherfucker. He is super, super fucking tough. Yeah. 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 I used to wash when I worked at McDonald's, one of the times I worked at McDonald's 3 different times. But one of the time that I worked at McDonald's, I know you live in Winnipeg, Bruce. But one of the times that I worked at McDonald's, I actually washed my uniform in the sink in the bathroom at that McDonald's because I was homeless. I didn't have anywhere to go. I was working there, and I'm just like, I need to wash my uniform. It smells like cigarettes and death. It smells like cigarettes and like somebody died in this uniform, and I just pulled it off their freaking corpse. So I wore it to work. I locked the door. I took it off. I threw it in the sink with a bunch of hand soap. And I washed it for about a couple minutes. And I put on a very damp uniform, and there was an air dryer in there, luckily. And people were knocking on the door saying, I gotta take a shit, damn it. I'm like, occupied. Because I was standing there freaking naked. I'm not even kidding. And I washed my fucking uniform and I dried it half-ass. All the knocking stopped, and I'm like, cool. And I shoved my damp ass uniform on, and my boss came to the door and he's like, who the fuck's in there? And I'm like, it's Justin. He's like, Justin who? Your employee? And I unlocked the door and I showed him. I was like soaking wet because I had taken a little bird bath too. And he's like, why are you soaking wet? Bird bath. Homeless. Remember? He's like, really, dude? Somebody just complained that they couldn't get in the bathroom. I'm like, I put the wet floor sign out there. Anyway, whatever. You're right. You might be right, Earl. You might be right. I haven't tried to get a license in a long time, so you might be right. I know you're in Ontario. Yeah. A little nippy in the winter, yeah. Yes, as long as you don't freaking stay in the van or any vehicle with it running in the winter and expect to freaking like have that be okay, because it's a really bad idea to stay in a vehicle while it's running long term without the vehicle actually moving. Like if it's not, if it's just sitting there idling. It's different with a tractor trailer because the exhaust pipes are going right out the back of the motor, which the cab is over the engine a lot of the time. Even if it's not, the smokestacks come up off the side and vent away from the cab. So that's okay. But in a regular passenger vehicle, the pipe runs under the length of the vehicle most of the time. So unless you have side pipes, like header pipes or something that are coming out like right in back of the front wheel, I would recommend that you not freaking stay in your vehicle with it running too long with the heat on, expecting to survive, because you might asphyxiate. Several years ago, there was a fella in Enfield, Connecticut, that was homeless, and he was sleeping in his car, and he decided to leave the car running with the heat on, and he asphyxiated in the car, even though he had the window cracked. He still died from carbon monoxide poisoning from his exhaust fumes. So I felt really bad for that fella because I've done that myself, and I got away with it. I survived. I didn't die, but he did, and I know how it is to be homeless. So I felt really bad for that fucking guy. I'm like, wow, that sucks really bad as shit. Blew my fucking mind. Yeah, you don't want to sleep in a van, honestly. Done that. Been there, done that. No fun. Ah, you freaking stealing a little hydro to freaking heat the van. Yeah, well, I've been there, done that too. Don't tell them. You don't even know where it was. But anyway, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I'm way past what I said I was gonna freaking stay on till Heather's probably sleeping. I know it. She goes to sleep early. It's fine. But anyway, I would like everybody to drop your links one more time in the chat, if you will. And like I said, you don't have to ask me to drop a link in the chat. Just do it. Do it. To your latest video, to your channel, to your GoFundMe, your Kickstarter, your PayPal, a video of interest. Whatever you would like to freaking show us, drop a link to it in the chat, please. Feel free. Don't even ask. Next time you come here, just drop links. It's your choice. A lot of people, my moderators and stuff, they like, oh, don't do that. No, please do that. Please do that. I want you to. I want people to drop links in the chat. I really do. Because it enriches our experience and it opens our mind to new ideas and maybe even opportunities. So I'd like to thank everybody for being here and participating in the chat and, freaking giving me cool ideas, giving me some freaking hazing, a little bit of freaking, a little bit of poking here and there, you know. Yeah, I would have liked to do that too, Bruce. There's some awfully attractive women in Australia. But I don't think they're taking ex-cons like me as new citizens. Honestly, I don't think they would take me as a freaking even a visitor. I'm not a felon or anything. I'm not the kind of people that Australia is looking for, honestly. Even if I freaking had, you know, money in the bank and I wanted to spend it and just go, let's say I had like a quarter mil in my bank account and I wanted to go fucking, on a vacation, whirlwind tour of fucking Australia. I don't know if I would be able to get in there. I don't know if they'd let me in. I really don't. Anyway, I would like to encourage everybody to help control the pet population by having your pets spayed or neutered, and always tip your strippers because they treat you right. They take care of you, and you'll be back the next night, and the next night, and the next night, and the next night, and the next night. And then you look at your pockets, and you're like, Dios mío, caramba. Only if you're Spanish. But anyway, thank you everybody for being here. I am the inflappable, incalculable, incorrigible, and intransigent and fucking uncooperative Captain Jerk. Please let me know if anybody needs anything from me because through my email, okay? Because that's the only way to get a hold of me, really. This is my current phone. I can give everybody this fucking phone number and it'll be gone in a couple of weeks anyway because I'm changing my number again because Xfinity is some bullshit. That's all I have to say about that right now. So, again, Captain Jerk loves you. Don't ever think that he doesn't because he does. You guys are all fucking awesome. I love each and every one of you, and you're all special in your own fucking way. Go out there and read it. Go out there and freaking paint a fence. Go out there and fix your roof. Read a book. Enrich yourself in some way. Keep a close scrutinized surveillance. Report back to me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for freaking helping me. Thank you for all the advice. And thank you for the banter. Thank you for the freaking everything. You guys are fucking awesome. I love you guys so much. It really does mean the world to me. Okay? If I didn't freaking have all you guys, I wouldn't fucking be here. Honestly. I'd be like, man, this place is some bullshit. I don't even talk to anybody. Fuck this. Click. And I'd be gone. So just remember. Bro, Bale. What's up, man? Fair winds, calm seas. Hell yeah. Cannonball Repair. What's up? Yo, Katana, I'm out of here, buddy. I'm out of here. You're at the bell, bro. At the bell. Katana, I don't remember if you got my number, but you got my email. If you want me to contact you, we could chat. If anybody wants to freaking contact me, drop me a line in my freaking my email, and we might exchange phone numbers, and then we can text. Okay? Anybody want to talk to me? That's how we do it. All right? I'm out of here. I gotta go. I've already said all my goodbyes. So love you one more time. Jerk out. Jerk off.